All right, what is going on, guys? We're back here at Hoogie's Imports with another special vehicle. So this here is a 1997 Subaru Legacy GTB. So this is the twin turbo model that we never got here in the States. This one runs and drives awesome, and it has a lot of tasteful mods. So this is one that I was really excited about for a long time. I've actually had this car in my possession since about January. There's a little bit of a story behind that, but yeah, it's finally up and running properly and good to go. And as you can see, this definitely has a nice stance, nice wheels, good brakes, carbon fiber hood, and quite a few mods done to the drivetrain as well. So yeah, this thing is super fast and it pulls really well, and you know, power steering is perfect, AC gearbox is perfect, everything is awesome on this thing. So yeah, the story behind this thing, so like I said, I've had it since January. I was super excited, had a nice list of mods when I bought it out of Japan, of course, so I was very excited, you know, figured it'd be a pretty fast vehicle. So when I first got it, it was only pushing about 12 PSI or so, which is actually below the stock value. I believe this thing's peak at about 15 PSI on the turbos from factory. And yeah, so this one was only pushing 12 PSI, which is a little bit weird because it did have a bunch of mods and all that. But yeah, I was driving on the highway one day when I first got it, and then it fuel cut on me, and then after that, I was only able to hit about 9 PSI or so. So we did a lot of troubleshooting on this thing. A local shop helped me out on this one because I just couldn't figure out what was going on, because you know, it was still running and driving great, other than it just was not making the power it should have. So they did a compression test, new coils and plugs on this thing, and you know, still the same issue, still only hitting about 9.5 PSI of boost or so. And yeah, we just couldn't figure out the issue, replaced a bunch of different turbo parts. Well, not turbo parts, but turbo control parts, you know, the exhaust valve actuator. So this thing's a twin turbo, of course. So after all that troubleshooting, we still couldn't figure it out. And finally, after a couple months of it being at the shop, trying to figure out what's going on with this thing, because the compression test was perfect. I mean, the engine was idling perfect, revving out perfectly. Yeah, I mean, it's a great driving vehicle. But then I finally figured out, I pulled the exhaust off, and there was the catalytic converter, I guess, had broken up a bit and blocked the exhaust. So there was a pretty good blockage in the exhaust, which of course, you know, doesn't allow the turbos to spool up all the way. And so now this thing pulls and drives like it should have since I got it. Yeah, I mean, this thing, it does have a, you know, boost controller and full aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket headers, all this stuff. And yeah, it pulls like a freight train now. You know, I'm hitting 18 PSI on there on the turbos. Don't want to push it too high or anything like that. It does have a boost controller, you can push it higher, but you know, still want to stay pretty conservative with it. But yeah, this thing runs and drives awesome now. I mean, it always ran and drove awesome, but it was great news to hear that the engine is super healthy and the turbos are obviously super healthy as well now that we cleared out that blockage in the exhaust. So yeah, I'm just super happy that this thing is finally running and driving the way it should. But yeah, with that out of the way, for any of you who may follow my page, might have seen that I've had this one for a while, so wanted to give a little explanation to that. But you know, it's just things that could happen with you know, these older vehicles. This one is now 28 years old, so yeah, you never know. But yeah, we cleared that out, or I cleared it out, and yeah, this thing is running and driving better than ever and pulling super hard and super fast, and yeah, and it's just an awesome car. But anyways, if you don't know anything about these things do have the EJ20. This one is the EJ20R twin turbo, which from factory, these push out about 280 horsepower. This one being a little bit modified, does have an aftermarket ECU, you know, boost controller, stuff I can think of off the top of my head. It has a lightweight flywheel. It has a large diameter throttle body. cold air intake, all that stuff. Just some really nice looking parts on there. And of course, got a carbon fiber hood, which I already mentioned. And then, you know, a nice body kit there. Pretty desirable body kit from what I've heard. You know, I don't really know all, you know, I've had another one of these cars. I really do love these Subis, but you know, I'm not very well versed on the aftermarket parts or anything like that on these things, as far as like desirable body kits go and all that. But yeah, as you can see, it's got an aftermarket front bumper there, and then aftermarket skirts, aftermarket rear bumper, and yeah, and it's got some nice upgrades on the interior as well, which we'll go over. And these wheels here I had fitted in Japan. Shout out to Paul, JDM Concierge. He hooked it up. I found those wheels on Yahoo auctions. This thing, when I first bought it, it was sitting on some OEM Subaru wheels, not the ones that originally came with this car, but I assume before I bought it, someone switched out the wheels. So these wheels look much better. I love the bronze with the black look there, and yeah, this thing is just, it's an awesome car. Someone definitely spent a lot of money on it and put a lot of money into it. So I'm glad that we got it running and driving the way it should and pulling the way it should now. So yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll look around a little bit, and so we'll take a closer look at these wheels. And I apologize for the lighting, but yeah, as you can see, some nice wheels there. I can't remember the brand on these things, but maybe we can take a look. Made in Japan. Then we can take a look at these brakes here. So these were listed as the 22B brakes. You know, I guess it's either the same brakes that the 22B came with or just something similar, but I assume that it is the same brakes that the 22B came with. So this thing stops awesome. I mean, it really does stop on a dime. Those brakes are really great brakes. And yeah, sitting on some coilers, of course, so it's lowered down a little bit. And yep, the front bumper, it's a bit drift spec the way it's mounted up, but yeah, it's got a couple mounting points up here underneath the grill, and then of course it's got the drift ties there. And as you can see, it's not perfectly lined up there, but aftermarket bumper, I guess, what are you gonna do? And then of course, carbon fiber hood. Sorry about the rain, and the car's a little bit dirty as well. Hasn't been washed in a little bit, but yeah, clear coat is awesome on the carbon fiber hood. It is rainy, of course, but yep, a couple of hood pins as well, which is a pretty cool little feature. And then and yeah, and then she's got some ducting going in through those little blue ports there. Some ducting that forces just a little bit more air up into the cold air intake, which is cool, which I will show that as well. But yeah, as you can see, come around, take a look at this side. Those wheels there, awesome wheels. A little bit of curb rash on that wheel, but nothing too crazy. And as you can see, the paint shines super nicely. No paint fade anywhere on this thing. Yeah, so this thing was listed. I pulled up the Car VX on this thing, the Japanese car facts pretty much. And yeah, this thing was listed as having prior repair. So it was in a little fender bender at one point, but I can't tell where it was or what happened, because there's no evidence of it. I mean, it drives straight. Yeah, I mean, it's a super solid car all around. Underside is super clean. This thing spent all of its life in Okayama, Japan. In that area, I think the last place was specifically, I think it's Akawa City or something like that. Yeah, right around Okayama, which, you know, is it's not too coastal, and it's you know, mid-south on the island of Honshu. So no snow or rust or salt or anything to deal with that. Hey, nice, we got the lights on out here, even better. So yeah, nice. Now we got some good lighting for this thing. So anyways, let's take a little quick walk around again. See those nice skirts. So the bumper does have a couple scuffs. Unfortunately, this little crack in the fiberglass That was not there when I bought the car, so that happened in shipping, unfortunately. Of course, I mean, it's kind of a risk getting a car that's this low to the ground, shipped from Japan. So, you know, it's going on and off of ships onto car haulers and all that stuff. So the bumper's bound to get a little bit nicked, which, you know, there's a couple little nicks here and there on the bottom of the bumper, but nothing too serious. And then the same goes for the side skirts. That little nick there of the side skirts, I think the other side pretty much has the same thing. But yeah, it is a lowered car after all, so it's pretty low to the ground, but yeah, nothing too serious, like I said. And yeah, I mean, this thing is awesome. I'm just so happy that it's pulling the way it should now. It is a fantastic little car, for sure. But yeah, as you can see, the body's really clean. Couple like small dings here and there. I mean, it is a 28-year-old car after all, like I said. But yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know it the way it drives. AC blows nice and cold. Power steering feels awesome. Transmission is great. And yeah, everything just works as it should on this thing. And I'm finally so glad that I cleared out that exhaust blockage. You know, it really rings true that you always got to check the easiest stuff first. I was very happy when I found that blockage right in the exhaust when I first looked in there when I pulled the little mid pipe off. And yeah, so everything is awesome on this thing. I mean, it just runs and drives and idles perfectly. I mean, brand new coils and plugs, nice little bit of maintenance there as well. So yeah, and then we got that. I love the carbon fiber look, of course, which is really great. We can go ahead and we can pop this open. Let's get that one there. That one there, flip that up. Then of course we got these nice mirrors here, which I guess are fairly desirable mirrors on here. I guess according to some people in the Legacy forums, and again, excuse me, it's hasn't been washed in a while. Got some streaks going down there, but wash it up before the new owner picks it up, of course. So this thing will be for sale. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just list it for sale straight up or if it's gonna go on Bring a Trailer or something like that, but we shall soon see. Open up, look at the interior. As you can see, interior super clean. So those are not the original seats. These are from a Legacy of the following generation. But as you can see, they are super clean seats. There's like no staining on them or anything. This is just from the window, from the water droplets on the window out there. Rainy day out today. But yeah, super clean, super cool Momo steering wheel. I love it. Got a, you'll notice some of the pictures are a little bit different. Have the original steering knob, shift knob, excuse me. But I kind of wanted to get a blue one to match up with the steering wheel, so just picked one up off of Amazon. But yeah, and then as you can see, we got some nice aftermarket boost gauges, oil pressure gauge, and coolant temperature gauge, I think, and then an extra tachometer up there, which is also very cool. And then if you come in here, we have our boost controller right there. And then, as you can see, the headliner is reupholstered like a black leather, I guess, or pleather. It's a little bit lumpy in some spots, but as you can see. But overall, very clean. Nice, a roof strut brace right there, or not strut brace. Sorry, just a roof brace. I'm just used to saying strut and brace together. But anyways, let's go ahead. We'll open up. We'll take another look at the interior in a minute. But we'll go ahead and we will open up the hood here. Yes, and as you can see, let me just hold this here, holding it up with my head. Excuse that camera work. I am no professional. But here we go. Yeah, so as you can see, that is a beautiful looking engine bay. When I first saw the pictures of this thing after I bought it, seeing the pictures of the engine bay got me very, very excited. So yes, now when you look at this, it drives how you think it should now. When I first got it, it did not pull the way you'd think it would, having all these nice mods. So We got the, I think they called this the Pandora's box, air intake box. But below that, there's an HKS air filter, which is super nice. Zero Sports intake pipe right there, really nice and shiny. And then of course, all the vacuum lines are new on there. All blue vacuum lines as well, which is really nice. There's our boost controller setup. Yeah, as you can see, the previous owner definitely put a lot of time and effort into this thing and did a lot of nice mods to it. Arc intercooler, again, another very desirable part there. I believe, oh gosh, I can't remember what brand that is. I can't even see it on there, but the blow-off valve there, which sounds super good. Turbo, and the primary turbo is down there. And as you can see, there's our nice strut bar right there. And then of course we have some coilovers. I'm not sure of the brand on the coilovers. I'll have to look to find that out. And then of course, like I said, we do have some Zero Sports badging, as this does have a Zero Sports ECU, excuse me, which yeah, definitely makes a difference on the performance end of things. But yeah, I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful, and yeah, like I said, everything works. AC is great. I have receipts for the power steering pump, and I can't remember, there's something else on there that I have the receipt for, but which was replaced fairly recently before it was exported. So yeah, I mean, this thing, yeah, runs and drives awesome, and it pulls hard, and I mean, the engine bay just looks so cool. Love that. That's some more Zero Sports badging. Oh, here you go. Sims, maybe that's the brand of coilovers, suspension system. I'm not sure. Again, I'll have to take a closer look, but it's always cool when they have some nice stickers on there just from tell you a little bit about its past life. And some of the wiring here is for the headlights. The headlights have been converted to LED, so they have some LED bulbs in there. So pretty common to see some of these cars coming out of Japan with a bunch of extra wiring like that, which I think this might have something to do with that. I'm not entirely sure, but cool little person there on our fuse box. There we go. Then of course, come over here to the VIN plate. So you can see EJ20R, all the good stuff there. And then take a look again at our nice carbon fiber there. Again, let's wipe some of the dirt off. Sorry again that this thing's a little bit dirty for the video. I just had some free time at the moment, so I was like, okay, let me do a quick walk around and test drive of the Legacy and show this thing off, because it is such an awesome car. I am so happy that it's running and driving like it should now. But yeah, let's see, is there anything else I should say? And again, yeah, it does have a lightweight flywheel and full aftermarket exhaust as well. I don't know if it's custom exhaust. I know that the cat back at least is just like an aftermarket cat back exhaust off the shelf. I'll go back and I'll show the muffler back there as well. But the headers and the downpipes, I don't know about those. I think the up pipes are stock to the turbo, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it still pulls hard and everything. So yeah, and that engine bay just looks so pretty. So I love that air intake setup and all that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll close this, and we'll go ahead and we'll take a look. Excuse my camera work again. We'll close this hood. There we go. Close that. And close that latch. There you go. And then of course, we'll come around, take a look again. And then we'll come back here, we'll take a look at the rear bumper and all that. And then, yep, so we do have Legacy, of course, and then they have some more Zero Sports badging, excuse me, which I guess they were very proud that they had a Zero Sports ECU in there. Oh yeah, look at that. And then, yep, so we'll go ahead. There's just like a custom rear diffuser, I guess. And then, of course, we have our nice big fat exhaust right there. And this thing is not obnoxiously loud or anything like that. It's definitely a lot quieter than you would expect. having a full aftermarket exhaust. Let's see if we can see underneath it all. Sorry, it's a little dark, but there is a lot of aftermarket like strut bracing, or I keep saying strut bracing, but there's a bunch of aftermarket bracing underneath. I'll post a picture of that. I have a whole picture of like the complete underside from when it was purchased in Japan. Yeah, there's just a bunch of different braces under there, which is kind of cool. I mean, it definitely handles very well and it stops on a dime, but you know, it would just make for such an awesome daily driver as well. But anyways, we'll go ahead, we'll open the trunk here, take a quick look. And again, sorry it's kind of dark, but yep, overall very clean trunk space. A couple little stains here and there, of course, but nothing too serious. And again, more bracing here, strut brace, which is really nice. Another pretty rare part, I believe, at least I've been told. Again, not super in touch with all the aftermarket legacy parts, so someone will have to tell me in the comments. But yeah, super cool to have as well. I mean, you can tell. So yeah, as you can see, there's the aftermarket headliner. You can really tell from here. It's a little lumpy, but you know, someone tried to do a good job on it, and you know, overall it looks nice. There's no tears or anything like that, but you can definitely tell more from this angle, from this lighting, than you can normally. But yeah, and then of course, open that up, have like the factory tool box and all that stuff, and then let's see, factory spare as well, very clean, all that. And then let's see, does this opens as well. And then I think there's something in there, I can't remember. I took a picture, maybe it's just a storage compartment. And then another one over here as well, which I think is like the jack and stuff back there, I can't remember. Yeah, the jack is in there in this little pocket here. Sorry again for the camera skills, but again, I'll have a bunch of pictures of that online whenever this thing goes up for sale officially, which will be very, very soon. All right, so now we can go ahead and take a look at the back real quick. And of course, a nice Subi thing, the frameless windows, which is really cool. I always love that about Subarus. So this one here, as you can see, this is the stock seat pattern of this thing. And as you can see, the rear seats are super clean, carpets are super clean. And yeah, I mean, everything about this car is just really clean. So, yep, very nice. Not much to see there. If you're wondering what's going on there, that is a stock ECU when this thing was not boosting properly. As I said, since I've found the fix of that, one of the fixes we tried was to put the stock ECU back in. Since this does have a Zero Sports ECU, we thought maybe based on the gas grade here in America or here in the USA compared to what it is in Japan, maybe it was going into some kind of limp mode because it didn't like the gas. That was not the case, obviously, so the Zero Sports ECU is back in there because, of course, who wouldn't want the nice aftermarket ECU in their car? But yeah, you know, like I said, it ended up being the clogged exhaust that was causing all the issues on it. But yeah, even then it was running and driving awesome. But anyways, I've spent 23 minutes on just walking around and looking at the car. So now I think it might be time that we go ahead. We'll take it for a spin. We'll show off some of the power on this thing. All right, let's go ahead. We'll start her up. So yeah, as you can see, starts right up. It's been warmed up a little bit. I did drive it over here to where I'm shooting the video, so it's cooled off a little bit since then, but let's go ahead, we'll turn the lights on as well. And as you can see, just 77,708 kilometers on this thing, which is, you know, basically nothing. I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, for a car this age, that is like no mileage at all. So let's do the wide angle here. Sorry about the picture quality. The wide angle's not as good, but really want to just show off this interior a little bit more. And sorry about the lighting, it's just the time I had. And yeah, I did get a bunch of documentation with this car as well. Just some past like maintenance / inspection records as well over time, which is nice. And yeah, I'll have pictures of that online as well. But a little warm up for a minute, and then we'll take it for a spin. So I will be back after I let it warm up for a minute, and yeah, catch you guys in a sec. All right, we're back, and we're gonna give this thing a little pull here, a little warmed up now. And yeah, you guys will be able to see the power of this baby. So let's give it a go. First gear, and let's go, and foot down now. Man, yeah, that so of course it is a twin turbo, so most of the power kind of comes on at the very end of the rev range. Once the ready, and here's the secondary turbo kicking in now. And then see how fast this thing stops. Yeah, you see those brakes right there. Man, this thing is so awesome. Yeah, so it is a twin turbocharged system, of course. So you'll hear a lot of people refer to, on these legacies, they'll refer to the Valley of Death, which is in between where the primary turbo, which is over on the passenger side, that kicks in at first in about 4,500 RPMs or so. The secondary turbo kicks in, and then there's like a little lull in between there where the secondary turbo is spooling up, and that's what they call the Valley of Death. But this, the way this thing is tuned, once you're up around like 5.5 grand or so, once that secondary turbo is going all out, it is crazy. I mean, the boost controller set to about 18 PSI, which, you know, I wouldn't want to push it too much farther than that. And I mean, you can really feel it, and those brakes are awesome as well. Yeah, I mean, this thing just pulls awesome, and yeah, I mean, even now the primary turbo pulls really hard as well. But yeah, you definitely will feel that turbo kicking in. Once that secondary turbo is going all the way, it is awesome. It is awesome. So we'll go ahead and we'll do one more lap here, and yep. And again, excuse my shifting, driving with one hand. Woo! All right, let's see if we can keep it in second here. Oh my God, this thing is so fast. Woo! All right. Yeah, so right there we hit just about 15.5 PSI or so. Didn't ring it out all the way, but yeah, you can turn that thing up. And yeah, if you could hear the beeping, that's excuse me, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't hit anything there. But that's the boost controller just warning us that we're getting close for a peak boost. But yeah, I mean, this thing makes all the awesome turbo noises, and I mean, it pulls hard. It is so much fun. So yeah, if you're looking for a really cool dad wagon or whatever, or just a nice JDM car, all-wheel drive, 5-speed, lots of power, turbo. I mean, the list goes on and on. This thing is just a super cool car. So yeah, anyways, I guess that will do it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys will see this thing up for sale very soon. Again, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it straight to bring a trailer, or if I'm gonna just test out the private market first. But yeah, there's lots of details in this thing, lots of little details that I might not have touched in this video. But yeah, let me go ahead and turn on the AC for you guys and just show. Yep, so I have it on the lowest setting here, 18 degrees Celsius. It's already blowing nice and cold. So yeah, if you're looking for a super fun car that is practical, and I mean, be the coolest car at the car show in my opinion. But yeah, I guess that'll do it for me, and thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me on these videos, and I just want to keep making more and more of them, so, and getting to enjoy more and more of these cars. So yeah, this thing is awesome, and yeah, just can't say enough good things about it. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you.